Good morning. I'm going to show you just a quick little makeup routine to get you started for your week. This is all with Saint Beauty. This is my lovely compact that's personalized to me. If you're interested, go ahead and send me a message and I can color match you for all these 3 colors and then give you recommendations for all your blushes and eyeshadows and lipsticks. So here we go. Alright, so first I'm going to start with my darker highlight color. So that's the second one right here. This is the shade Amber. So I'm going to go in just with my finger and kind of touch up my little blemishes here. So I'm just going to go over that guy. So you do your darker color even though these little sections are going to use the brighter color in the end, but this just kind of covers up the blemishes. So it kind of pulls the attention away from it instead of bringing it to. It's just a little bit right there. It's gonna look a little crazy for a second, but then we'll just blend it all together. All right, and then I'm gonna go in with my brush and use that same color, just a couple little dabs, and then I'm gonna go along my jawline. It just feels so good. These brushes are super soft. And they're all dual-ended, which is cool. So you're getting 2 for the price of 1, which I'm always a fan of. So I'm just doing along my jawline, and then I like to just bring it up just a hair, just to get a little bit more coverage. And then I'm gonna go right like in the middle of my forehead. And then I like to switch brushes just because I don't have like a super big face. So this is the detail brush, so it's a little bit oval and it's a little bit more densely packed. And then I'm gonna go in with this brighter shade, which is Aura. And again, just a couple little dabs there, and then I'm gonna go right underneath my eye. This feels so good. This is covering up my dark circles, and then I do a little bit just like on the top, just as like a primer, but you don't have to. Other side. And then I'm gonna go a little bit like on my T-zone here. About my Cupid's bow, just to kind of make the center of the face pop. So you already got a lot of coverage here. If you like that that super bright like Kardashian like look, you can bring your brighter shade just a little bit lower, but totally up to you. Okay. Okay. Next I'm going to go into my contour shade. I have the shade Olive right here. And again, I'm using that same brush. Little dab will do ya. Move my hair around. And then, so I'm going right from where like my ear meets my face. Or you could just follow like your cheekbone, up to you. And just draw a line straight down. So you can already see this side of my face looks a lot thinner and more sculpted. It's because of the contour. So kind of cool. The other side. Okay. I'm gonna go along the forehead. I don't have like a crazy big forehead, so I don't really necessarily need this part, but I kind of like it just to create a little bit more dimension. So just along the hairline. So it just kind of makes your face look like it's kind of curving back more like spherical rather than just like a flat face. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit just along my jawline. So right now it looks like there isn't a jawline. I'm just going to grab a little bit and go underneath here. See, just a little dab and then you can already see that definition. Sign me up. blend it down here. And then I'm gonna take just like the edge of this brush and just dab it into the contour again. And I'm gonna stamp the outsides of my nose. Not the outside, just kind of like where the corner is. So right where the side meets the top. So I'm just kind of going from the tip of my nose up and kind of like connecting it towards my eyebrows. See how it kind of pulled it in a little bit? You can also use the other end of this brush. It's just a round brush. Or you could use your fingers and just draw a line down there. If you want it to be like a little bit thinner, you just bring the lines together. So that's pretty dang easy if you ask me. And then I'm just gonna do like a little V at the bottom to connect them. Got a little hair. And then some people even like to do like just like a little bridge right here, just to kind of give you like a little bit more of like a rounded tip. But that is up to you. Okay, we're gonna blend the contour lines in just a hair. So try to blend up because that will make your face lift instead of like dragging down. Bum, bum, bum. Man, I still have my morning voice. Been up for a couple hours. Okay. Ta-da. And then I'm gonna go in with this little angled brush and I'm gonna do the same color for my eyebrows. So just a little dab. I'm gonna use my mirror just because I'm blind. And anybody that's known me for a little while knows that I usually would never go out in public without any makeup. And the fact that I am putting my bare face on the internet kind of says how much I love this stuff. So if that means anything to you, then you get it. But I love this stuff. It's all cream, so it just feels so good. And it all blends in together, makes it look a little bit more natural than what I was doing with like my traditional foundation. And I also noticed that my skin has cleared up a little bit, just because like there's like 4 ingredients in each of the tints, like it's not much. So they're just like a little bit better for your skin, and they have their own skincare. I just have the moisturizer right now, and that just helps the makeup go on better. It helps my skin clear up. And it just feels good. So that's always cool. I'm just filling in my eyebrows here. Usually what I do is I draw like the line on the bottom, like kind of like a sharper line, and then I just pull that product up. So I would do like a line on the bottom, and then kind of, and then just pull it up. And fill them in just a hair. Ta-da! Alright. Now we'll go into our bronzer here. So cream bronzer, Bella bronzer. I'm just gonna take, this is the blush and bronzer brush. I'm gonna take just a little bit, and I'm gonna go like right above that contour line. Right on like the high point of that cheekbone. I'm super pale, so I use a little bit of this. Okay, other side. So you can already see that adding a lot more warmth to my face than what I had before. Do it along my forehead. You could do it like along just below your contour line, or some people like just to kind of highlight the corners of the face. But up to you. Up to you. My fuzzies are everywhere. And then I take a little bit and just kind of blend it in towards my neck. Yeah? Okay. Then I'm gonna go into my second layer of my compact. So all the compacts are magnetic and these tins just kind of pop in there. So you have your own customized palette. I've been liking the color Black Cherry a lot lately, so it looks super intense, but it's it's like a gloss, so it's not as pigmented as like this pink one. Like when you put it on, it's this color, but this one a little bit more muted. So I'm just gonna put a little bit with my finger just to kind of put the product on my face. Normally with the less glossy ones, I just put it on with the brush. And then I'm gonna use the same blush and bronzer brush and just kind of blend it back. So this is a really pretty purpley, like grapey color. Can you see? Pretty that looks. You can always do, you know, multiple colors. Like a lot of times I like to mix two, just so like it kind of, you know, dulls one down or brightens one up. So like a lot of time I'll mix these two. Just kind of put my brush in both at the same time, swirl it, and then apply it. Again, that's up to you. So really pretty. And then, if you want, you can just go through with like a dampened beauty blender or Perfector sponge and just kind of set it in. Even if you're not using the Saint makeup, beauty blenders are really good for getting, basically for pushing the product into your face, smoothing it out, and then taking the excess product out so you don't get like creases as much, like especially like right here and like under my eyes is where I get a lot of creases. I'm just gonna go through. So you just, if you've never used one of these before, you just, it's like a sponge. So you go through water, you get, you know, it'll like double in size, and you just start wringing out all the water until nothing else is coming out, but the sponge itself still feels a little damp, and then you're good to go. I didn't know that for like, I had one like a couple years ago, and I saw like my best friend doing it. I was like, you're supposed to get these wet? Oops, my bad. Okay, and I'm gonna take that same sponge and I'm gonna dip it into my illuminator. So this is kind of like, just adds like the little sheen on top of your high points. So I'll just do a little bit and I'll go right above my bronzer and blush. So you can already see like kind of like attracting the light. I'll do the same thing on the other side. Blend it in. You can do a little bit down the nose to make it pop a little bit more, a little bit on your Cupid's bow. Sometimes I take like the tip right here and I just do a little bit right underneath the eyebrow, right on the brow bone. Okay. So next we're gonna go to eyes. I'm digging this, okay. This is the eyeshadow brush. So it's big on one end and then a little bit smaller on the other. So today I think I'll use this color. It's called Gigi. I'll use it because my dog's name is Gigi. She's a terror, but I love her so much. All right, so I'm just going on the crease with the bigger end. And I like to do like a little ball on the outer corner, just to kind of add a little bit more pigment out there. You can always use your finger to apply too, but it'll come out more pigmented, so you don't need as much. There are not as many like dabs, but up to you. This gives it like a little bit softer look. Okay. Just because it's fun. I'm gonna take this color called Foxy. It's like a coppery, shimmery brown. So just a little bit, and I'm gonna go kind of like right below that crease, just to add a little bit more dimension. Pop. Okay, I'm gonna take my finger just because I want this to really pop. So this color is Sabrina, so I'm just gonna dab it in there. And I'm gonna go right like on the high point of my eyeball, or eyelid, and then kind of bring it down towards the inner corner. Okay. And then if you want, you can grab your brush and just do a little bit on the inner corner to make it pop. Okay. And if you didn't put any illuminator like right on your brow bone, you can take that same lighter color and just put it up here. It'll kind of clean up your eyebrows a little bit and just kind of make everything look a little bit smoother. So I just did it at the little tippy top right here. Okay. I feel like I want a little bit more bronzer. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And say you make a mistake and you put just like a ton on one side, or you put way too much, just blend it out. You really can't make a mistake with this, which is fun. So if you're like, oh my gosh, that's still way too much, just keep blending. Okay. All right, I'm gonna do a little bit of liner. I just have like my little CoverGirl stuff that I like. So I like to tight line, which looks super attractive right now, I know. And then I do a little bit just on the corners. And normally this doesn't take me so long, but I'm talking, normally it's like 10 minutes for everything. So not bad. So I'm gonna smudge it, and then I like to bring a little bit down. Just whatever is left on that little sponge or smudger. Okay. Got my little lash primer. This is L'Oreal Voluminous. If you don't have it, I suggest you get it. Because with my two, so I have the primer and then like my normal mascara, I don't have to curl my eyelashes anymore. This mascara is so good. Which I like. Alright, and then I have the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. So the brush is kind of cool. I don't know if you can see that. So it's just kind of like a little baby U shape. So you start by applying this top part. So you like coat and extend all those lashes. Which, okay, they already look fine. And then you're gonna flip it over, and then that will give a little bit of volume. So you kind of like zigzag while you're pulling it up. Which, this is a super attractive view, I know. I know. And then I use that same bigger end and just kind of pull it down on the bottom. Pretty good. Okay, the other side. Flip it over. We're gonna finish off with some lips, and then we'll be good to go for the day. All right, so I'm just taking my little multitasker brush, and I'm gonna go back into my contour color, and I'm just gonna kind of coat the lips. This makes a big difference. This makes your lipstick last all day, and it makes your lips feel all smooth. So like this is the third time we've used the same contour. So I like how like a lot of people can just use just this row. They can have a compact with 4 little tints and they have their entire face, because I've used my bronzer and my contour as my eyeshadows before. Just kind of depends on what you like, or how simplistic you want to be, how minimalist you want to be. I like color too much, so I got the big one, or this isn't even the big one, one of the medium ones. So then I'm gonna go into this color, which is Ballerina, just like a semi-gloss. I'm just gonna pat it on there. Yeah, all these colors here, they're lip and cheek, so they're your blush and your lipstick, which I can dig. Okay, so you can stick with more like a nude lip, but I'm gonna add a little pop of color, so I'm gonna go into this pink grapefruit color. Just a little dab. And just add a little bit of color. Ta-da! And if you have like no lips, like I do, you can go in with your brush and just dip a little bit like into your contour and just go right below your lip. See how that already made it look a little bit bigger? So this is like creating like a shadow, like you have a fuller lip than you actually do. You could do it to the top too. Gotta be careful with this one, because I did it too much one time and I look like I had a mustache. So, word of caution. So just like a little bit around the tops. And you get a little bit of that illuminator right there. Ta-da! There we have it. And then you can set with your Vanilla Dust setting powder right here. I like to do it again with that detail brush, just because it fits in all the little places. I go underneath the eyes, maybe down my nose if I know I'm gonna feel, if I feel a little bit greasier, and I go down my laugh lines. And there you have it. You have your whole face. This was just over 20 minutes, but just because I'm talking, normally it's like 10 or 12. And yeah, not too shabby. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you want a color match. Just send me a message or just find me. I'll find you. All right, have a good day. We'll talk to you later.